Hi, I'm Chef Tomm. I'm a professional chef. I've trained all over the world. I've learned all kinds of culinary secrets, and now I'm going to teach them to you. Welcome to Culinary Secrets. I'm Chef Tomm. Today we're doing my all-time favorite meal in the whole world. It's called Jager Schnitzel. Last time I was in Germany. I spent 5 days there. I had this meal 7 times, so as you can tell, it's my absolute favorite. So let's get started. The first part we do is make the sauce. So what I'm going to do is take a little bit of butter. I want to melt this butter down, then we're going to sweat the onions. Remember, you can find all these recipes and more videos at cheftomm.com. Once the butter's melted, we're going to add in our onions and we're going to add in our garlic. Now, when you're cooking the onions and garlic, don't brown it. We just want to do a process called sweating. And what sweating does, it actually just cooks the product slowly, lets out the natural flavors. Very important for this dish. This part will probably take 2 or 3 minutes to get this properly sweated. Now, one thing you'll find when I use garlic for this dish, you want to slice the garlic. If you chop the garlic and you put it in something like this, it has a tendency to burn because see how big the onions are? That doesn't work so good. So make sure you slice the garlic for this. For all you Chef Tomm fans out there, I'm also on Facebook. You can look at me at Chef Tomm. Remember, Chef Tomm has 2 M's, so add me as a friend. I'd love to see you there. So what's going on here now is these onions are beginning to turn translucent. That's how I know they're perfectly sweated. So once I have that, it's time for the next step. Next step, mushrooms. Lots of mushrooms. About a pound of mushroom goes in here. Now, interesting thing about this sauce, or anytime you work with mushrooms, mushrooms tend to soak everything up. So if you keep adding, oh my gosh, the pan looks dry, I'm gonna put more and more butter in there. What's gonna happen is it's gonna suck up. Then in about 2 or 3 minutes when you start cooking down, it's release it, and you're gonna have an oil slick. So fight that temptation to do that. As you're cooking this, you're going to find that these mushrooms are reduce in size, get smaller and smaller. So I'm still looking for that. It's going to be a couple more minutes. So now I have my mushrooms pretty much cooked down. If you want to add a little bit of white wine or red wine, now would be the perfect time. You see this nice little fond inside the pan. You don't want to deglaze that. But if you do the white wine, make sure, or the wine in general, which you want to make sure you cook it all off, because you put the wine in there and you don't cook it down, it has a really winey kind of off flavor. You don't want that. So I'm not going to put wine in this right now. What I'm going to do is go ahead and add my veal stock. Now, if you don't have veal stock, you can use veal broth, try to get low sodium, but I find in a lot of stores now you can find a really decent beef broth product. So what I want to do is I want to reduce this down. This sauce to be nice, rich, and thick. And it's not going to be thick with anything else but natural reduction. So this could probably take another 10-15 minutes. So see you in a couple minutes. So now what I want to do is test my sauce. Once my sauce is done, meat only takes about 2 or 3 minutes. So that's great. A little salt, a little more pepper. That's all set. So now what I want to do is you want to take this pork. This is actually a pork loin. I have 4 of these guys, and each one about 6 ounces. I say this whole thing is good to feed 2 hungry people, or probably the average family of 4, but I'm a big guy. I like to eat, so 2 people for this. So what you want to do is you want to cover this with plastic wrap. And you want to take your meat mallet and just pound this out, make it nice and even. A little tenderizing on this. Of course, the pork loin is very tender as it is, but we're making it a little bit bigger. As you can tell, this whole meal is extremely easy and extremely tasty. So what I want to do is take my pork, and seasoning is salt, pepper, a little bit of paprika, and make sure season both sides. Again, salt, pepper, paprika. And now what I want to do is sear these guys off. Again, these only take maybe 2 or 3 minutes per side, so it's really, really quick. Now what you want to do here is you want to wait for the pan to get hot. And we have something called smoke point, and there's no really crazy thing. It's when the oil begins to smoke, so I'm waiting for that to happen. Be very careful when this happens. When you drop this food and you want to drop it down on the way, I'll show you that in a second. If you drop it towards yourself, it tends to, oil can spread up on you, and that could be kind of a bad day, so let's skip that. You find that some people have this dish and they bread it. You know, when I lived in Germany, lived in Schweinfurt, Bavaria, and so I lived in kind of southern part of Germany, and we didn't bread this, but you know, if you want to bread it, go ahead and bread it up. So now oil is beginning to get up to heat. What I want to do is just give it a quick test. Oh yeah, that's hot. So what I want to do again, I want to drop this meat down and away. Down and away. Remember, so if any fat goes, it goes that way, not towards you. That's been about 2 or 3 minutes, so what I want to do is take a look. Oh yeah. Flip this over. How good does that look? All right, so now we're gonna finish this guy. I just took my French fries out. Those are always great. So here's the meat. Meat's been 2 or 3 minutes each side. That's beautiful stuff there. So again, you know, if you want to have this for 2 people or maybe 3 people, go right ahead. This to me is really good stuff, just the way it is. Now, this again is German comfort food. Jager Schnitzel, French fries. It doesn't get better than that. That's it for now. Me and the film guy can eat this, so see you next time. Remember, visit me at cheftomm.com.